In this short demonstration I'm going to show you how to make a very, very simple landscape, and in doing so show you how to work with the paint on the paper and blend with the paint on the paper without simply drawing shapes and filling them in. We're going to start by drawing a simple box, A3 box, on your piece of paper, so that we have a little bit of space left over around the edges of the paper, so that later on we'll be able to trim the paper down and end up with a nice hard edge to the picture. There's our box, and then I want you to draw one line on the painting exactly through the middle, like that. That line is going to be our horizon line. Okay, having got that, we need to get our paints out, and for this picture we are only going to limit ourselves to using black and white paint. The reason why we're doing it with just two colours will become clear later on. So there we have a little black and a little white. You do not need masses and masses of paint. Okay, this is going to be the top of the picture, this is going to be the bottom, upside down for me, and I'm going to start by painting a sky. Now I want the area just above the horizon line to be white, or very light at least, and I want it to be darker towards the top. Now I'm going to start just by using white paint, and I'm going to paint the area just above that horizon line. Now we have to work fairly quickly because the paint will start to dry fairly rapidly, and to get a nice smooth changing of colour down the picture, it's important that we work wet in wet and not strips of dark colour on top of dry paint. Now I've painted about 2/3 of that with the white, and I've mixed a sort of a sort of medium grey. That's going to be the colour at the top of the sky, like this. Now keep working quite quickly down into the area that I already painted white. Now as I work in, I can mix black and a bit more white back into that picture. Remember, what I'm aiming for is a sky that changes smoothly in tone as it comes down towards the horizon line. Just to clean the brush a little bit, get a little bit more white, and start working back up into that grey using a whiter brush. This bit here. And I've missed a little bit here, let's try and get that done. Maybe I'll go just a little bit darker still right at the very top. There. Now that's my sky finished. Now I want to create some ground, and ground in a sense is going to be similar. It doesn't have to be quite so smooth as the sky. You know, the tonal changes in the sky have to be nice and smooth, like you see them in the sky. Whereas on the ground it can all be a little bit rougher. I just need to get myself a little bit more white paint, and we're going to start again near the horizon line, but it's going to be darker there. So let's get a little bit of dark grey paint, and the horizon's just going to be a straight line, nice and straight, or at least as straight as you can do it freehand. If it wobbles a little bit, don't worry too much. One more go. There we go. Now again, as we work our way down, I want this to get lighter quite quickly. So grab a bit more white paint and we work it in like this. And we rapidly work our way down to the bottom, trying to do this all the time quite speedily so that the paint stays wet and one colour can blend into the next without getting harder shapes which will destroy the sort of depth in the landscape that we want to create. Almost there. Okay, quickly work our way across, and that will do for now. What you can see is we've got two things, essentially the same thing happening in both areas, from dark to light, and on the ground just generally all a little bit darker.